there, today I want to talk to you about the luxury hair care line Kerastase. It is a L'Oreal owned brand and it's been around for a long time. It is sold in salons, but you can also get it other places. And they recently had a 20% off sale if you spent $100. So I took advantage of that. So I have some new products to show you, but I also want to show you some other products that are already in my collection. And then we'll get into products I've tried in the past and just my overall thoughts on the brand. So let's get into it. First I want to show you a blow dry protection cream that I have bought many times. It's one of my favorites. This is from the Nutritive line, and this is Nectar Thermique, and it is the Polishing Nourishing Milk Blow Dry Care for dry hair. And what I really like about this one is that it has royal iris in it, which is very nourishing and hydrating, and it's a leave-in. You put it on damp hair, usually after you wash it, and then you blow dry it with it in, and it helps protect your hair from damage. I also really enjoy it when I just air dry it with my not blow drying, just leave it in. It makes my hair really soft, but this is an expensive brand, so I like to reserve this for when I am using heat. It's really kind of thick product. It's a white cream, and you can see it's not dripping down my hand at all. It's very thick. But I say if you have medium to normal texture and on up, it's going to be good for you. If you have finer texture, I think you have to be careful about what you put in your hair and just make sure you really blow everything out. If your hair feels a little dull after you blow dry it, you could have too much product in your hair. And if it looks relatively flat, that could also be an issue. So I would try it, just don't put a whole lot if you have thin hair, but I really like how soft it makes my hair. It's this really nice cream. It smells really good. Each line of Kerastase comes in different colors. This is for normal to dry hair, and they all have their own scent. So it's really easy to tell, okay, which line do I want to gravitate towards. You just go by the color. So Nutritive is kind of this orange and white packaging, and I'm gonna just put this in the ends of my dry hair. And just so you know, kind of in comparison, what kind of hair I have, it's very thick, it's naturally curly, wavy, and of course my color is grown out. This is my natural dark color, and I have highlights in my hair that need to be redone, but my hair is naturally very dry even without bleaching it or highlighting it, but even so, coloring it doesn't help. It makes it even drier, so I have to really take care of my hair constantly, put something in it to keep it hydrated, and also to protect it from heat. My hair gets breakage really easily, just because the oils from my scalp do not reach the ends of my hair at all. That's part of what having curly hair is. So I have to take special care, but my hair is very thick. It can handle a lot of product. I do get greasy, but it's usually not from product overload. So just a few points on that. My next sort of repeat purchase, but it's been a long time since I've bought this. This is the Oleo Curl Cream. This is a leave-in cream for definition and suppleness for unruly curly hair. I haven't tried this in many years. It used to be in a different sort of bottle. I imagine they've reformulated this product, and a lot of people I know, when they first reformulated it, were very disappointed because they loved it. And I remember this cream smelling really, really good. I hope it still does. But it is a really great curl definition cream that smelled amazing, gave you a lot of hydration, but a little bit of definition. I hope it's still good. I'm gonna run it through my fingers right now to show you what it's like. But this line, I believe, has a lot of silicone in it. It's anti-frizz, glycerin. Yeah, this definitely has silicone in it, so if you're one of those curly haired girls that don't want silicone, they have another line that's gonna be for you, not this one though. But this line is all about like creating like that frizz-free look. Oh, yep, they have changed the formulation. This used to be like yellow, and now it's a white cream, and it smells completely different than it had in the past. Oh, it used to be my favorite smell. This doesn't smell bad, it just smells like flowers. It's actually less strong. Interesting. I mean, it feels creamy, it feels nice. I'm gonna have to put it on wet hair. But yeah, totally different in every way than this was in the past. And I think, you know, I'll get into this later on sort of my overall thoughts on the brand, but they change things a lot with formulation, unfortunately. But this feels like a nice texture. It's not as thick as I want it to be, but I'm glad I repurchased it so I can like try it out again and see if I, you know, really like it and if I want to continue purchasing in the future. But again, this is 150 milliliters, 5.1 ounces, is the same size as this guy. This isn't necessarily for like blow drying. This is a curl cream essentially. And you just leave it in, and it says curls feel smoother, supple, and look defined. Oh, it does have, sorry about that, it does have thermoprotective properties when used with heat styling and appliances. So you can use heat with this. But I used this in the past just as a curl cream, and my hairdresser used it that way as well. So it is summertime, and I think it's really important that you put some UV protection in your hair, especially if you color it. You want to maintain that color. You don't want it to get lighter or crispy or just damaged. Unless you have natural hair and you don't mind your hair getting a little lighter in the summer, go for it. Just know that the sun really dries your hair out. So I recommend getting something with UV in it, and Kerastase does have like a UV summer sun line, and it's all red. And they have a spray and a cream. I got the cream. This is the Creme UV Sublime Vitamin E Multi-Protection Beautifying Cream for Sun Exposed Hair. This is a leave-in and nourishes and controls frizz, infused with vitamin E, applied to dry or towel dried hair before or after sun exposure. Yep, another white cream. Shocker. This actually feels the thickest out of the other two I've tried. This feels like a lotion, super, super creamy. It smells pleasant. It smells like coconut, actually. Not surprised because it's a sun product. Kind of like all the sunscreens that contain coconut. It smells really good, actually. I would put this on my hair, just kind of coat it if you're going to go out in the sun. Even if you're like putting your hair in a ponytail, I would just make sure you put this on, you know, before you go out, especially if you're out there every single day continuously for like an hour like I do. I like to go exercise and my hair is exposed, which I know isn't ideal. If you're going to be in the beach, outdoors, hiking, whatever, put something with UV in your hair. Keep that color. I know you spend a lot of money on color like I do. Keep it protective with a UV. This is also, again, 150 milliliters, 5.1 ounces. They do have a spray. It didn't get great reviews, so I didn't get that one. I got this one. But let me know if you like the spray. I would prefer a spray personally for like UV protection, just because it's a little bit easier and I feel like you use less product. But yeah, so those are three like staples. I haven't tried this one specifically, but I have tried other UV protectants from Kerastase, which I've liked. So these are kind of the nourishing creams. They help your hair out. They help with the health of your hair. And they stay in your hair, which I think is really important. Like it's good to have a good shampoo and conditioner, but it's also good to have something that actually stays in your hair for a long period of time to help with nourishing, hydrating, and protecting. So I recommend these. I think it's funny when people spend like $300 and up or $200 and up in the salon, and they have a cheap shampoo, or not necessarily cheap, but just not a great shampoo and conditioner, and then not a great home care routine, or maybe they just wash their hair and that's it and they don't do anything else with it. That always shocks me, because it's like, why spend so much money on your hair when it's not gonna keep looking great usually, especially if you're blonde. On to some new products I picked up during the sale. One of them is a scalp mask. This is Specifique. This is the mask Hydra-Apaisant. This is a renewing gel, cream gel treatment for scalp and hair, and it doesn't have silicone, which I think is important for the scalp because it's not going to leave any residue on there. I've had some scalp issues over the years. I'm currently using kind of a scalp exfoliator spray from a different brand. If you want to know what that is, I can point you towards that video. But I also use like a dandruff shampoo for my scalp, which, you know, is really drying and not the greatest for the rest of my hair. So I wanted a mask that targets the scalp. I've tried the Briogeo one. I think it smells really good. It smells like white chocolate mint. But I didn't know that it was really doing that much for my scalp besides like kind of feeling cooling on it. So I wanted to try something a little more specific for the scalp. I have no idea what this is gonna look like. So all their masks kind of come in this tub, and they're all 200 milliliters, 6.8 ounces. I really like their masks in general. I really can't complain about any of them. I've tried a lot of different ones. I think they're all pretty good. If you're gonna get a product you've never tried Kerastase, I would try a mask from them, to be honest. So this is a very white gel-like mask. You can see kind of, maybe. Yeah, so there's what it looks like. So I wish it was not super gel-like, but it said that in the description. This doesn't smell very strong. It's a little bit floral. But I suppose it makes sense that it's gel-like because it's not silicone. It doesn't have any silicone in it. I mean, I hope this does something. Their masks are one of their most expensive products, and they're not cheap, so I hope it works. Yeah, I mean, it feels just like a cream, so I hope it does something. Like, there's no beads, there's no scrubs in it, there's no charcoal, there's nothing like that. So I'm hoping it sort of refreshes my scalp a little bit. And I'll read to you what it says. It says, this is a renewing cream gel treatment for all types of hair and scalp, even sensitive. Hair feels nourished as if renewed. Applied to scalp, then massage by extending to the lengths of the hair. Rinse. That's it. I think why I picked this, it was really well reviewed, and I think even like Oprah likes it. So I was like, okay, I'm sold. Simple as that. Kerastase does have a lot of new scalp stuff in their line, which is nice. They have actual scrubs, which I considered getting, but I'm like, do I really like scrubs? I think they're difficult to work with. So I wanted just a kind of a more normal mask, and I'm glad I picked this one out. As I said, I hope it works. We'll see. Yeah, I'll have to do a little follow-up video to that, but I know a lot of us out there are realizing we have scalp issues and we're not doing anything about it, but now we're realizing we should. So the last item I picked up is another product from the Nutritive line. This is the 8-Hour Magic Night Serum. It's an overnight nourishing serum for dry hair. It's got this black packaging to represent the night. This is a 90 milliliter product, 3.4 ounces. It says 8 hours of overnight nourishment for sublime morning hair, soft and easy to style and protected. Apply on dry hair or damp hair before bedtime. Spread a pump into hands and distribute into lengths and ends. No need to rinse in the morning. Okay, so this is another like leave-in like product that's good for your hair, which I am all about having many of those. I love this packaging. This is like a heavy glass serum. It's got this like ombre effect, which is really cool. I'm a sucker for packaging for sure, although I cannot read anything that's up here because it's black against really dark packaging. And I'll just show you what this looks like. It's kind of an off-white cream. It's a little more liquidy. As you can see, it's running down my hand. This smells like the Nutritive line, so all the Nutritive line smells the same. It smells exactly like the Nectar Thermique that I showed you. If I can get anything to focus. It smells just like this. So the white line, everything smells the same. This feels like it has a lot of slip, and it feels a bit more oily. Not in a bad way though. It feels like, okay, if I leave this in, I'm gonna get some nourishment. Like even right now on dry hair, my hair already feels better even after I applied all those creams. I think I'm gonna like this one. I think the idea with the 8 hours is that you leave it on as long as possible, and if you shower in the morning, you can rinse it out. I think that's gonna be important for people with thin hair that don't like any sort of heaviness or weighed down products that weigh their hair down, so you would rinse this out in the morning, but you would still get the benefits kind of overnight. So I think that's the idea behind the 8 hour. For me, I would definitely probably apply this after I wash my hair and then just leave it on for days after that. Maybe even reapply in between. I definitely don't wash my hair every day. That is very damaging and drying for my hair. So yes, that's what I do. So that's it. So these are my two new products I have never tried before. So I'm excited to give you a follow-up on how well these work. I have to say, even though these, this whole line is very expensive, I think their stuff lasts me a really long time, especially because I don't wash my hair a lot. I can only apply so many products. I'm not applying products daily. So this stuff will probably last me a good year. So I don't mind investing in this brand, but it does have its, gives and takes. So I want to go into what other Kerastase products I have in my collection now. I think I bought 3 of these products last year at this time during this sale. So funny enough, they're still in my collection in use a year later. Tells you, how much I use them. So let's start with the line that I wanted to try out last year, and I went through the shampoo and conditioner first, and then I still have the styling products remaining. So the line I wanted to try last year is the Botanica line, and this is their natural line, so it doesn't have silicones or sulfates. So this is supposed to be ideal for curly hair, especially if you're doing the curly girl method, and that means basically you're not using sulfates or harsh shampoos in your hair to strip out all the oils in your hair, and you're also not using any products, including conditioners, with any silicone, which leaves a residue on your hair and can't really be removed very well without harsh shampoos. So you're using really gentle shampoos, and then you're also using products that rinse out with water completely. So for me, I've tried the curly girl method, and I've tried, this line. While I like some of the products, some of them just didn't do much for me. And what I've learned is that I like silicone in my hair. I think it really helps with my frizz, which I get very easily, and I don't mind a little weight. And when I wash my hair, which is usually twice a week max, I need something really good to sort of rinse away not only the hair products in my hair, but also all the oil, grease, and grime and all the activity on my scalp between washes. So I need a good shampoo that really gets rid of all that stuff. And I notice when I use a more gentle shampoo, my hair really isn't as clean. And I know that works fine for some people. They don't need perfectly clean hair. But when I don't wash it very often, it's a little hard to not have perfectly clean hair when it's so dirty. So I find that silicones work for me usually. You know, my hair isn't, you know, the best curl health it could be. I could definitely have more ringlets and bouncier curls, but I don't want to stop coloring my hair, which is also part of the curly girl method, is to not use any dye on your hair or bleach, which I cannot get away from, so I just kind of gave up on it. Anyways, back to Botanica. So this is Lait de Soie, Soie, and this is the sort of blow dry cream for this line, and I'm still using this right now, and I will go ahead and finish this up before I start this guy. And this is a shaping smoothing milk for dull devitalized hair. It's 99% natural origin formula with responsibly sourced Samoan coconut oil, Moroccan or argan oil, and provides smoothness, facilitates detangling, and helps control frizz with non-greasy finish, protects hair during blow dry. You apply it to damp hair, air dry, or use a blow dryer or heat tools, no silicones. So that's really what attracted me to this line, is this really kind of follows in the curly girl method, although I think technically this line doesn't actually pass because of some of the other ingredients in here, unfortunately. I don't know that it's curly girl hair approved, but I thought, okay, I will go halfway. I will try it. I really like this. I'll show you the texture. It's like a white lotion, like all the other ones I've been showing you. It's kind of a nice medium texture. It's not too thick. It's not too thin. I think it does a good job of helping my hair when I'm blow drying it or straightening it. Yeah, and this line definitely smells more natural and not so much florally or like fine fragrance. It's definitely got an earthy vibe to it, and I think even a more masculine tone to it, which I really appreciated because all the other lines don't really smell like this, so the scent really stands out. So I have a couple other sort of styling / nourishing products from the same line, and I'm almost out of this guy. Maybe a couple more uses left. This is the Essence Day Clot. This is the moisturizing oil mist, and I felt like it wasn't really hydrating my hair or doing much at all. I mean, I'm using it up just because, but it's a moisturizing oil mist for dull devitalized hair. You shake mist 2 to 3 pumps onto towel dried hair, leave in before blow drying or air drying. For lightly sensitized hair, apply 2 pumps into lengths and ends of hair, no silicones. So I'd have to apply way more than that for my hair. I mean, I definitely have to, spray. I just felt like I'd rather have like a regular oil that's liquid that I don't spray to get more out of it. I don't know. I just felt like this isn't the best product personally for me. That's what it looks like sprayed on. And to me, like, I mean, it does feel somewhat oily. I just don't know that oils work well in a spray. I don't know. What do you guys feel about oil sprays? I wasn't a fan of this. I don't know if it's the formula or just that it is a spray. I prefer just the regular oil that I put on my hair with my hands than a spray. The next one I have is the Eau de Vagues. This is the Beach Wave Effect spray. This has no silicone, of course. This is a Botifying texture mist for dull, devitalized fine hair. Maybe that's because why I don't like it. I don't have fine hair. It has Mexican aloe extract, Paraguayan sugar, builds natural looking body, gives definition, helps control frizz, apply to damp hair, air dryer, use a blow dryer, shake before use, no silicones. I feel like I have trouble with beach wave sprays. They don't really work for me that well. But this one I felt like did not give enough definition. Like it has no hold to it at all for me. So it's just kind of like, okay, there's just sugar in it and it has maybe some hydrating ingredients, but it's not giving me that beachy effect because it's not, you kind of need that salt to kind of crisp up your hair and give that definition. I just feel like I don't get any definition with this. So I wasn't a fan. I have about this much left. I'm going to try to use it as much as possible before I get rid of it. It has been like a year, as I said, so you can see how slow I'm going through these products. So the last thing I have in my collection from Kerastase is the Blond Absolu Cicaflash Intense Fortifying Treatment for Lightened or Highlighted Hair. So this is the conditioner in the Blond Absolute line, which is like this purple holographic line, which I really like the packaging. I got this because I don't have a purple conditioner. I have a purple shampoo from another brand, Provana, that I really like. You can get it at Ulta, at least you used to. But I thought about getting like the shampoo with this, but it's not dark enough. Like they don't have a dark purple shampoo. It's all really light. And well, I knew this conditioner was also going to be a light purple. I thought, you know, this is really well rated. People like it. I'm gonna try it, and I actually do like it. Do I think I'm getting a whole lot of benefits from the purple? No, because it's really light in color. But I think, you know, with continued use, I think it may give you a little bit of a benefit. Just maybe brighten your hair a tinge, especially if you're using a purple shampoo with it. It can't hurt it. What I really like mostly about this is it really hydrates my hair. It smells really good. It's just a good conditioner. I'm also using Virtue, the recovery shampoo and conditioner. So what I do is I mix the Virtue conditioner with this one. So I have some purple going on, but I'm also getting like the benefits of the other conditioner that has a little more rich hydrating ingredients in it and texture. So this is kind of like a light hydration. It smells super good. It has like an herbally scent to it. I'm putting like tons of products in my hair, but I just don't want to wash my hands every time. But I like this. Do I wish it was deeper in tone? Yes. I think that will make it more effective for sure. But I appreciate the softness it gives to your hair, and I think for blondes, our hair easily dries out. We're always looking for hydration, so I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this, even if it doesn't do a lot for color. But I like it. Haven't used a whole lot of it yet, but I didn't get it part of the sale. I got it as part of the Sephora 20% off sale, so I try to buy this brand when it's on sale for sure. Alright, so just last but not least, I want to show you the samples I got from my order. So I wanted to try more from this Blond Absolute purple line. So I got the mask just to see, you know, how it compared to the conditioner. It feels thicker, so we'll see. And then I also got the Bain Ultra-Violet, which is the shampoo, and this is for light and cool blonde or gray hair. So we'll try that out. I also got a shampoo from the Elixir Ultime line. Now the Elixir Ultime is their oil, their leave-in oil for dry hair, It is really good. I just think it's really expensive. I think Moroccan oil does a good job too, but I mean, this is one of those luxury oils for your hair that it's a pricey one. I think you get maybe 5 ounces out of it. It's kind of in this kind of a shape and has a pump. I think it's going to be a little thick for some people, but it is nice. Like, my hair can handle it. But I do think they've come out with different variations for, you know, thin hair as well. But they do have a shampoo conditioner to go with that line, and this is the shampoo. So a couple fun things to try. Yeah, so I want to give you a little more insight into the brand that you may or may not know. If you're totally new to this brand, I would really, first of all, try to go to a salon that has Kerastase products and have your stylist recommend, you know, a good home routine for you, a good shampoo and conditioner, and a mask. I think where this brand really shines is in their mask. They have so many varieties. And then, you know, sort of their nourishing styling products. To me, this isn't exactly a styling product, it's more a heat protectant. You can go with any of their varieties. I think this is another good product to have. As far as like their true styling products go, like, they have stuff that I've never used, and I don't know that I'll ever use it. I'm not really into styling my hair with a bunch of gels and hairsprays and all that kind of stuff, so that's not really my area. But I'd say you're probably wasting your money in that space with Kerastase, and that you can find good styling products for a lot cheaper. I think really where they shine is their shampoos, conditioners, masks, heat protectants, and I think their Elixir Ultimate is like the oil that's really a favorite among a lot of people. I think if you like oils, it's worth a try at least once. I will say that it, you know, the best place to get this brand, to be honest, as far as quality goes, is in your salon or online at kerastase.com. The thing about a salon, what you should know is if your salon doesn't have regular sales on products, you know, find out, like, do you have any sales, you know, during the year where this stuff is discounted? And they may say no. I can't remember a time when my salon had sales on this stuff, this brand specifically. So something to think about, like, if you want to support your salon, you can order on kerastase.com and you can put in the salon name and they get like kudos or whatever. I don't know if they get a percentage of the sale, but you can definitely select the name of your salon when you're purchasing. So that's something you think about, because online is where you can get sales periodically of 20% off, which is pretty huge for this brand. You know, especially you're likely going to spend over $100 easily. So watch out for their sales, sign up for their emails so you know when they're happening. But this brand is highly sought after over the years because it's been popular and it's a luxury brand. So a lot of, like, I don't know, I won't say counterfeit, but just websites that aren't really authorized to sell their products. There's a lot of them. Amazon is one of them. I have definitely in the past bought products from random websites from this brand to try to get them cheaper, especially like trying to get like the salon size shampoo and conditioner. Like, I'm all about jumbo sizes, and you know, Kerastase wasn't really selling that to customers. But now they've moved toward larger size shampoos, which I think, oh, they're paying attention to what people want. So their shampoos are like 8 ounces, which isn't a lot, but now they're starting to sell like the 500 milliliter size, which is great. Like, it's a much more manageable size for people. It has a pump. If you love Kerastase and you love that shampoo, get the big one. So I think the brand is learning from sort of that counterfeit stuff that people are buying. Like, people aren't supposed to have the salon size, but it was available, especially on Amazon. And I feel like when I bought that stuff, it wasn't quite the same. I bought masks that just didn't quite feel right, like they didn't feel smooth as what you would get from, you know, directly from a salon. So I felt like I was probably getting some fake product or watered down product, and I would definitely be concerned about that, getting it from, you know, these websites that, you know, claim that these products are cheaper than what they should be. I think this brand particularly, you should watch out for that. I know we all love a good deal, but you're probably paying for something that really isn't what you think it is. Now, if you see this brand in like Target or CVS or drugstore, I'm a little more okay with it. Just be aware that sometimes those stores spike up the price a little bit, and you can actually, you know, get the real price from the website. So I would be mindful of that. Yeah. There's a lot of shady stuff with hair care, and like who sells what, and is it the real thing or is it old? I think, to be sure, get it direct from the manufacturer. Now, so as far as overall thoughts on the brand, I kind of mentioned this earlier. Kerastase has reformulated their products many times, and that has really upset customers over the years, and it has upset me too. I just kind of get over it. I move on to different brands. But even so, like, I'm still coming back to Kerastase because I think even though they've reformulated their products that people love, I think a lot of them are still really great, and I think they use really good ingredients, and you can just feel it in your hair, like how soft your hair is. And you know, it's a luxury brand. It's all about like the packaging, the smells, the fragrances, the experience. You know, that's all part of it. If you enjoy that packaging, you know, Kerastase is your brand. But, you know, because it's been formulated so many times, the loyalty of fans is just, I think, been lost, unfortunately. You know, this is owned by L'Oreal, which is a huge company, and I will say that you will see some version of this in the drugstore from L'Oreal, and I even think it's orange. It's like, I think it's maybe their Elvive or something like that, and I think it's even called Oleo, and it's like their first free range, their smoothing range. And I bet it's very similar to this. It's probably not quite as nicely formulated, but probably some of the basic ingredients are there. So they have like, L'Oreal's like tiers of hair care. They have Kerastase, they have L'Oreal Professionnel, and then they have the L'Oreal you find, you know, in the drugstore. And those are, you know, they're all pretty similar. I wouldn't be surprised if their formulations are that different. I know the fragrances are different for sure, but just sort of think of that, the history behind that, and what's going into these products is, you know, a lot of marketing. And I think, you know, because of sales, how expensive this is, they've changed, the brand has changed over the years. And I even know salons that I've, you know, patroned, they stopped carrying this line, and it's because they've changed their sales requirements. I think it used to be, you know, there was no minimum you've had to sell to carry the line in the salon, and then they changed it to, you know, oh, you have to spend, you know, sell a certain amount to have this brand in your salon, and if you don't meet those minimums, then you can't, the brand can't be in your salon anymore. So I know my previous salon stopped using them. I think several salons in my area stopped using them because of that. And I think especially in a higher end salon, people do not want to feel like you're pushing products on them. Like, if you ask a stylist for recommendations, I think it's totally appropriate for them to show you what they think is good for you. But I mean, when I go to a salon, they never like tell me, oh, you should buy this, without me prompting them first. And I think that's usually how salons should be, in my opinion at least. They shouldn't push products on you if you don't ask about them. But I think probably Kerastase has had some issues with sales, trouble with sales, so they changed the way they do business. And I think, you know, that's sad for salons. But there's still a lot of salons out there that probably meet those minimums, and it's fine. Just wanted to put that out there, what's kind of going on. What I'm most disappointed about is that this guy got reformulated because it was so good. But maybe, I mean, this is probably a cheaper formula to make, but the cost to us isn't any cheaper. So just think about that. This is kind of the evils of luxury hair care or any brand really. When they reformulate, they get so huge, they get so popular, that they try to find ways to make more profit, still make a good product, but kind of cut costs. But I feel like with this brand, this happened way too many times. And I think like regularly they change packaging because they want people to get excited about the brand, and I think it helps with sales, but it's a lot. And I think fans have been tired of it, and probably a lot of people have left. So I don't know what the future is for Kerastase. This is a relatively new line. I think people like it, but I don't know what the hair community thinks about Kerastase. I think they have pretty good products overall, even with the reformulations. But I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Have you tried anything from Kerastase? Do you love anything? Have you bought anything recently that you love or you hate? Please comment below. Sorry for talking so long, but I am pretty passionate about this brand because I've used it for so many years. I've used a lot of different lines from it. I think the color treated line, the pink line, can be improved quite a bit. I've kind of moved away from that one. That was the one I kind of originally started with. And I think the mask is good, but everything else is not. That's like their chromatique line. I think that could be improved. And then, yeah, I would just say stop reformulating, Kerastase. We miss your old products. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Please click like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.